Welcome to the DO Boxing Show. I'm your host, Dameon Okposio. Thanks for tuning in to this episode. In this episode, we're going to be talking about DO Boxing Consulting. What is it? What do I offer? And how do you access it? Well, first of all, DO Boxing Consulting is me providing information mainly to boxers or people in the boxing industry, showing them how to utilize their position to make the most amount of money for themselves, whether they're in a position where they don't traditionally make any money, like an amateur boxer, or somebody that wants to be either an agent, manager, promoter, and they're looking to get into the game of boxing. So I've been in boxing since the 1990s, and I've had a lot of experience doing everything from promoting to managing fighters and fighting myself. I've been able to go from a kid that ran away from home at 10 years old, grew up in foster care, moved out on his own at 16 to build businesses, work as a professional, and be able to make a good living for myself, enough so that I can basically fund my own projects and fund my businesses. So when it comes to DO Boxing Consulting, it's basically, I'm charging $50 an hour to bring value to someone in whatever capacity they're looking to get value in, whether it's an athlete, whether it's a manager or promoter, like I've said. How does an amateur athlete make money? Well, first of all, you can't get paid for your actual bouts as an amateur fighter. But what you can do is you can get money to help you assist your training, help assist with getting to tournaments, flights, equipment, and just day-to-day living. What I do in that instance is I help people bridge the gap between the professionals that they need and the services that they provide. A lot of times these professionals want to provide the services because that is what they do, but they need to get value or money for their time, and that is where I can create those opportunities. For people that have followed me either through social media, Instagram, Facebook, you see that I put on a lot of fundraisers, and those are just the ones that I publicize. There's a lot of private events that I put on throughout the year that people don't even hear about, except the companies and the individuals that are involved in the actual event. It doesn't always have to just revolve around fundraising, but it definitely revolves around what I call win-win-win scenarios, where the athlete, the person that's looking for the services for my consulting services wins. Another business that we get involved, if we do get another business involved, they win and I win. Nothing works if it's only benefiting one person. You can't duplicate that. You can't duplicate something where only one person wins and it takes from other people. So boxing, especially in Ontario and Canada, is a very niche market. There's not a lot of resources and finances available. You have to be creative, you have to create opportunities, and you have to get other people on board if you want to maximize on an ongoing basis the amount of money that you're able to make. So DO Boxing Consulting is basically paying me for the value that I bring and the information that I bring and the results that I bring to a situation. Now, what you can expect, basically, you're going to have to pay in advance, $50, whether it's cash, e-transfer. If you want a receipt, you can get a receipt, and then basically we'll either sit down one-on-one, face-to-face, or if you're out of the country in a different province and you want to do it through another mechanism, whether it's email or over the phone, we can do that as well. And again, it all depends on what direction you want to take it in. Maybe you want branding advice, maybe you want marketing advice, maybe you want to raise money. All of those are separate things, and understanding what those things are in relation to your boxing career can be a big advantage. Whether you're even an active professional fighter and you're making money, Are you set up for the next phase of your career, whether it be after you decide to stop boxing? What are you going to do? How can you set up the pieces so that your professional career is feeding into your ambitions later on in life, so that you can transition very smoothly from fighting into whatever it is you want to do. So all those things is what I offer basically, and the consulting is available at any time. Again, the rates are set. I haven't changed them since I started doing the consulting. I get a lot of clients out of the Quebec area. I'm very grateful to those people. I apologize because I don't speak French, so thanks for the patience from the people that I have dealt with, and I hope all my clients have been very happy with the information and advice that I've given them. I always tell people have a pen and pad ready anytime I do talk to somebody, so that they can mark down what they need to do and what they have to do. Again, DO, International Boxing Consulting. I call it that because if you're willing to pay, I'm willing to travel, and basically all the advice that I give is all advice that I've taken for myself. I've fallen down, I've fallen on my face several times where I've gone right to zero. Actually, I've gone worse than zero, because I've gone like a negative $100,000, negative $200,000 in debt, and I've built my way back up from that to a position now where I have a lot of savings and investments. I'm able to fund my businesses, whether they make money or not, and I'm able to basically land on my feet, and I can help other people do the same. So if you're interested, you can get a hold of me. My contact information is out there, and I'll leave it with you again. Remember, if you have any questions related to boxing, send us a message through Twitter at DOKPOSIO, through email okposio@hotmail.com, and don't forget to subscribe to YouTube to get every episode of the DO Boxing Show. That's the Dameon Okposio YouTube channel. Remember, instead of fighting over crumbs, just build a bigger pie. And if you don't know how to build a bigger pie, meet with people that have either done it or know how to do it. Do your research on people. Do your research on me. Don't just take what I say, verbatim and for granted. Look me up, Google search, talk to different sources, and that's going to put you in the best position to be successful in the future, whether you do consulting with me or not. Thanks so much for tuning into this episode, and we'll catch you on the next one.